Hello everyone and welcome to the Subwuffer Entertainment Treehouse. My name is Scarfy and this is Season 2, count it, Season 2, Episode 13 of Subwuffer Entertainment Treehouse. How's everyone doing tonight? Where is everybody?
I'm here.
Oh, well, introduce yourself please, good sir.
I am Nakainu, the no wolf in the treehouse. Also, Krüz cannot unmute.
Krüz, unmute please.
He can't. It's what it says in the YouTube chat, not my fault.
Well, as always, our podcast is always off to a great start. How about we get our good friend Krüz to unmute his mic, please?
Yay, tech issues.
I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting, but apparently Krüz is not unmuting his mic. I do apologize, but he's clicking and trying repeatedly. Oh shit!
Yay!
Yay! Just what we needed, folks. We killed. It's so perfect. We fucked up in record time.
Holy fucking shit!
There you go. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I already suffered a heart attack watching the Ravens game earlier, and I just suffered another one.
Well, it's a good thing
I just introduced myself. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Krüz, and I like to talk about music and not have heart attacks.
And spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
Anyway, as you all notice, we have a new wolf on our treehouse. Well, why don't you please introduce yourself, Nakainu? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Ho! Anyway, I am the new wolf taking over the video game section where Zach kind of left, and I guess I'm sort of the new chair or table or
You're
something.
the new co-host.
I'm going on with a weird analogy for some reason. Anyway.
Yeah, of course.
But I spend most of my time playing video games, working on cars, driving cars, jamming out to music, whatever I want.
Mm-hmm. Seems to be. I'm pretty sure this would be the part where, you know how in Bruce Almighty, where I forgot. No. Not the Steve Carell takes over the old guy's position at this chair, and this would be the part where I say, "I'm not too sure if I will do a great job as Zach himself, but I will try my best." So, anyways, guys, it's really good to be back. We have a lot to discuss. You have no idea how hard it's been, but as you can see, we can pretty much tell you our motto. We are a determinedly drunk, geeky, and cheerful podcast. We're wolves, we house in a tree, and we entertain, bringing you all the latest entertainment news. S.E.T's more like a music appreciation class. I was talking for a lisp there. We see how people react to certain ways, and to see what exactly how they feel about certain things. So
Fine, brothers.
yeah, all I can. Fine, brothers. By the way, I was just gonna say, you know how that there's always been this apparently how people are still going over those people who apparently take their fursuit heads off and are getting really angry about it.
Why?
I know, right? I mean, it's just how it is, but we are definitely good to be back. It's really great to be back. Zach, if you're still in the chat, and I think you still are, we love you, and we surely do hope that we get to see you come another episode one day.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, guys, you know how our show goes. Krüz, how is everything in the music world today?
Well, wait, Scarfy, what if somebody doesn't know how our show goes?
Okay, I forgot. Okay, well, I forgot to mention that. As we all know, Krüz handles the music job, and then it slowly transitions over to Nakainu with video games, and then we'll end off with me with movies, which is always the best time. We always like to go music, video games, movies at a time because it just seems to work better that way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Anyway, Krüz, why don't you take us to the music section?
Let's play.
Let's play. The first destination is Iceland, and that is Skálmöld. Vögguvísur Yggdrasils. I probably butchered that. Calling all Vikings. This... Shut up, will you? Icelandic folk metal band, they are going to release a new album, which the name I just butchered translates to Lullabies of Yggdrasil, which is the world tree in Norse mythology, and that is coming September 30th, so this is not far away. And it's also going to be another concept album from their previous one, which I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, but translates to By Witness. And this album, the new one, not the last one, contains 9 songs, of course, each referring to the 9 worlds in Norse mythology. And one of them is already out, and Nidavellir, which is the realm of dwarves. And it also comes with some pretty awesome album artwork, too. So... But the only disappointing thing to me, of course, is that, Skálmöld never seems to want to leave Iceland and tour in the United States, please.
You really want Skálmöld to tour in the United States?
Yeah. I don't think they're up there yet, but with this album, they probably going to at least gain some momentum in that
Skálmöld.
Not Skálmöld. God damn it. Is that going to be our new name?
No, we are not making that a meme.
You're making KoRn a meme still.
It's too late.
God damn it!
What, you want me to start the stream?
Wow.
Keep going.
It's too early for memes.
Yes.
All right. So beyond that, there's not a whole lot coming out this next week. However, October is going to be a huge month, and some of that some of those albums have already had some tracks being released. Just gonna quickly note 2 that are already out now, but they're fairly recent. One of them, Skeletonwitch, the Apothic Gloom EP. It's 4 songs, and if one has heard that, you may have noticed that their vocalist sounds quite a lot different.
Oh God.
It's what? Krüz. Oh,
Zach
boy.
just said Krüz mold.
God fucking damn it. Now I'm the meme.
No.
I am the meme.
We are not making that a meme.
My name is too tough to pun.
Yeah. So the 4 songs, of course, are one of them, the title track, Apothic Gloom, The Well of Despair, Black Waters, and Red Death, White Light. So... their change mainly consists in greater production versus sounding like, it wasn't quite bad, but I called it like dirty, like that it was, it kind of sounded amateurish in production, but it still sounded great. Screams are a lot less, I want to say, maniacal and ferocious, but still it's pretty good. Next one is
hey, we have to discuss our thoughts and feelings about these 2 albums first.
Fuck your feelings.
Well, really. We kind of transitioned. We kind of went too early when it came to Skálmöld, and we went straight to Skeletonwitch. But we'll just do Skálmöld first, and then we'll do Skeletonwitch. So, what's your opinion on Skálmöld, Naka?
I have never heard of this Icelandic death metal band, but I need to now.
Well, there's also Viking metal, and it's
they're called a combination of Viking folk metal, which because he does the vocalist does have death metal growls, but the music is done in a folk metal fashion.
No, really, that's kind of interesting. We'll get to the one that's I actually kind of prefer, but Skálmöld sounds interesting. It almost sounds like I can't believe. Apparently, Nero really likes Skálmöld.
Yeah,
so that's pretty.
He's the one who told me about them. Yeah.
Oh God, Zach. He says he's waiting for baby Viking metal, and I'm like, "Can you make this a thing?" I'm like, no.
I don't know if
it's not my job.
I don't know if I'm up for that.
Yeah, I'm not up for that either.
The world is not ready for these things.
No, they're not.
Maybe Metal's done like a bit of that, but not heavily. Ugh, no pun intended, of course.
By the way, Nero, what I bolded in the agenda, I was hoping you can highlight that and put it on the chat.
What?
The group chat in the YouTube group chat. I was hoping you can what I bolded.
Oh,
you to
yeah.
Put it in, yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Whoa. So yeah, you can see the name for yourself. Icelandic is known for very long words that have,
little to no. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know anything about Icelandic metal. You're the metal expert.
I mean, it's the closest language related to the ancient Norse. But
apparently, Nero said the premiere of the album is tomorrow night.
It's probably released earlier in Iceland and Europe.
Probably
earlier there.
Did you know that in Iceland it's actually green, and in Greenland it's actually ice? No,
there's like 8 people in there's like 8 people in Greenland or something.
Yeah. And there's 80 people in Iceland.
Yeah, I give Iceland credit for the what was that? The Euro. Like 10% of the population went to the game. 10%.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool.
And everyone else who didn't go was watching the game up on a projector in the field somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, you could say they're a rock band.
Yes, Cody, it is a rock band.
It is great rock.
Excuse
band.
me.
Excuse you. Let's all right, and Skeletonwitch.
And what?
Oh, we're talking about Skeletonwitch. Our thoughts on Skeletonwitch.
Yes.
What's your opinion on it, Naka?
It's like, with the way it sounds, it's gonna sound a lot like a Halloween style album. Well, if it's like releasing in October.
Halloween is coming up, and we're almost, and it's very possible we might actually have a Halloween episode if it comes to that.
So that's definitely going to be a thing with the music that's coming out. I mean, you got I don't want to start a thing, but just you got the K band, you got Meshuggah, you got a bunch of other ones, and to answer your question, it is kind of Halloweeny. I mean, like, there's what do you call the things from Harry Potter, that like suck your soul out. Dementors. There's like one of those on the cover.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Halloween episode would be on a Monday. If we were to do a Halloween episode, it would be on a Monday.
No. It would be the usual time. We're just going to call it a Halloween episode.
Oh.
Yeah, October 30th, people. Don't get confused with October 31st. But we still have a long way to go before we even get to that. Let's not get off track.
Stranger Things.
Yes, Stranger Things. What's the next album?
Next thing, which is the last one that's been fully released, was Sabaton, The Last Stand.
I got it right this time.
Yeah. So this one, one of my friends in high school told me about this band, and I've been following them ever since then. And I got to see them for the second time in Baltimore this past weekend. Not this past weekend, last week. Before that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Trivium. And needless to say, the theme of the album, as the title suggests, is a bunch of last stands in history, such as the legendary 300 soldiers in Sparta. Some of the popular tracks were, a bunch of references. What are they called? It was the Scottish Revolution.
Oh, really?
It's your history lesson time. The Scottish Revolution and the 77th Liberty Division trapped in the Argonne in 1918.
We're still talking about Sabaton, right?
Yes.
And The Last Stand of the Samurai, which is, pretty epic in and of itself.
Yeah, I was looking at Sabaton, I was looking at Skeletonwitch, actually, and it actually kind of sounds like a Powerwolf album, but...
Hey, Powerwolf.
Yeah, they're kind of like the melodic...
I didn't know you liked Powerwolf, Naka.
I only recently discovered them. It's like I know Powerwolf is a lot of like it's stuff like based off the Bible or something. It's Christianity.
Yeah.
Right.
It's what I call it, sacrilegious in a way. That's what they call it. There's another word for it, but it was like the word for believing animals are greater than humans, or worship of animals.
Yeah.
Not Therianism, but it's something different. Anyway.
But like even though it has have like these Christian overtones, like the music still sounds pretty good. It still sounds a lot like Dragon Force, and I like Dragon Force.
Yeah. I think
Even though yeah. I was gonna say that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Are you gonna say it?
We snore.
No, you go ahead first. I will go first, and then I will go second.
Yeah.
We snore.
It's a little more like Hammerfall than Dragon Force, but still, they're similar in and of themselves.
I was going to say that Baby Metal kind of sounds a lot like, they kind of made like a song that kind of references Dragon Force in a way. Their music is very wannabe-ish, but at the same time, I kind of think that's the entire point.
Yeah. Fun fact: at the Baby Metal concert, that people for the last song were cheering or chanting Dragon Force for it. I'm just like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
But they did a good job, and
yeah,
they didn't rip them off because in a few shows, Dragon Force actually substituted for Baby Metal's original backing band to play that song.
Nice.
So
yeah, I see.
They have approval.
Yeah, they do. I was like, for Sabaton is kind of interesting. Like I look at Sabaton and I think, okay, well Sabaton kind of has good Viking metal music, but we'll see what happens with what they do with their next album. What's next, Krüz?
Yeah, RUB. Quick note that Sabaton, they are from Sweden, although not a whole lot of their songs are Viking themed. Most of it is just military themed, though they do have an entire album focusing on Sweden, which is Perolus Rex.
Right.
One of the yeah. And anyway, here's the stuff coming up in October that some songs have already been released from. We have Meshuggah, The Violent Sleep of Reason. And it's pretty interesting that the name itself came from the painting by Francisco Goya. It's El sueño de razón produce monstruos. The Sleep of Reason produces monsters. And the cover of the album is pretty Halloween worthy. And the drummer did an interview about it and said, like, we wanted to think, what does the Sleep of Reason look like? And so it's a sort of like a mummified type person with like these the name does sound like my sugar, but these like tentacle things like crawling out of it, and like that because they've been asleep for so long or something. Anyway, 2 songs from that: Born in Dissonance and Nostrum. And the second one, Nostrum, is one of the ones that features a 360-degree music video, which I thought was pretty cool.
A 360-degree music video? Like, what do you mean a 360-degree music video?
I think what they do is if you turn your phone sideways, if you're viewing it on that, you can move your device around, and it will show a different part of the video based on where you're facing.
Oh, really? That's actually kind of cool.
That's one of the things they geared towards the VR things hooked up to Samsung phones.
I didn't know they make those. Even though I have absolutely no desire to have one of those phones where you have to literally, No,
the song is not Nordstrom.
No, it's not Nordstrom.
That would be funny.
Just drop the D. It's not. It is not. It's not a clothing store where you have a bunch of gothic.
Why are you buying clothes
at
a soap store?
At a Nordstrom store. Nostrils. But what do you think, Naka?
I need to listen to more Meshuggah. So.
Yeah. That's all you can say.
Yes.
Yeah. They are one of the, I want to say, not new, but recent metal trends called Djent, D-J-E-N-T, which is imitative of the sound, given that it's about a lot of palm muting and letting the sound resonate. And Meshuggah is known for their the what do you call it? It's something about the conflicting or two opposing tempos mixed with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot.
Something wrong, Naka?
No, it's fine.
A lot of that.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Because I was like trying to understand what was going on.
Yeah.
No, one thing I
And
do
that's
know
what
about
a lot
Meshuggah
of listening to Meshuggah is spent trying to understand what the rhythm is.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's really impossible to figure it out. But next one is a lot more simple to figure out. We have Green Day. They are finally back. Revolution Radio, which is, I believe, to my knowledge, the only one not to feature their logo. But it sounds pretty good. They have 2 songs called Bang Bang, Revolution Radio, and their third one was released yesterday called Still Breathing.
You say that Green Day is like your all-time favorite band or something?
Of course. That's, I mean, their first band I really started listening to, and they're one of the 2 reasons I started playing guitar, the other one being AC/DC.
Right.
That concert was pretty fucking awesome, too.
Got to go to an AC/DC concert?
Yeah.
You
And
suck.
not only that,
I say that out
but
of jealousy.
it was, what's his face? Axl Rose substituting for vocals because Brian Johnson was not able to tour. And
I will have to
that
ask.
was great.
I will have to ask, how do you keep affording all of these rock bands? Are they just like a lot cheaper than like saying going to a full-bodied orchestra or something?
It's probably a lot cheaper. And the AC/DC concert was a birthday present, and my friend took care of the other one. But yeah, I did. When I did other concerts, I did have to save up, but it's not too much. Usually, it's like $40 average
For a ticket?
Yeah, for a standard ticket.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. It's just like I'm looking at it, I'm like, shouldn't rock bands be more expensive, not the other way around? But I guess it's more of availability and reliability and popularity than more than an orchestra can bring, because I guess orchestras just have this, continuous basis of, being very, very, difficult to practice with or something. I don't know.
It's also the what do I want to call it? Not target audience, but like the group, the fan base. They're more high end people. So and again with metal, you'll see like everyday people, various age groups. Even at Sabaton, there was like a dad brought his 9-year-old daughter there. I'm like, you, sir, are a hero. You gotta train them young.
Yeah. I was wondering. So, what's your opinion on Green Day, Naka? I've heard Green Day quite a bit. I know of a lot of their songs. I may not listen to them religiously as Krüz does, but what's your opinion on Green Day?
Green Day is good. I actually got introduced to Green Day because of it was because of Tony Hawk's American Wasteland for Xbox 360 or Tony Hawk's American Skateland for the DS.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They have a Green Day on that.
Yeah, they have a Holiday.
Nice.
Oh, I love Holiday is a really good song, even though I kind of like Boulevard of Broken Dreams, but that's okay.
Yeah, Jesus of Suburbia is easily the best. But besides the point, speaking of that era, the songs sort of, I want to say, sound like American Idiot B-sides in a good way, and they're also a little more
I heard that
creative.
I heard that 21st Century Breakdown is like their worst song that they've made, but I'm not too sure.
I don't know. That was them trying to go in a more alt rock.
It sounded more like a pop song than it did a rock song.
They were more like going mainstream alt rock for that album, which I kind of liked on some parts, but other parts they kind of really didn't do well.
Even though 21 Guns was just a better a better song.
I'd say East Jesus Nowhere was probably one of my favorites because it just was a heavy hitting song.
Oh, okay.
So trigger warning for this next one. KoRn is coming back. Cue the KoRn memes. The Serenity of Suffering is the name of this album.
All right. Can I interrupt you for a minute?
Sure.
Oh,
I just want to say something.
Just let him interrupt. Just let him do it.
So for a few months, my local radio station, 99.9 KSW, shameless plug, for a while they had a contest going on to win tickets to Rob Zombie and KoRn. And I never took the opportunity because I wanted to. Well, first I wanted to see Rob Zombie because Rob Zombie's awesome, and I was like, might as well also go and see KoRn, and I never took the opportunity.
Yeah, they tour together a lot.
It's not only would I have gotten a Rob Zombie concert, I would have gotten a KoRn concert.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Anyway, you can continue.
What's the thing? So the songs are called "Rotting in Vain" and "Insane," which to me seems like something they should have written a lot earlier. But you know, they're back to their semi-normal ways. Like after the last two albums, the dubstep mix-up album, which was actually really good, I have to say, which will probably piss off the purist KoRn fans. Suck it. And then the last one, Paradigm Shift, was kind of a sort of going back to a normal style, but now they're kind of brought back the classic 90s KoRn sound, which with a lot better production, so it sounds really, really good.
I'm really glad to hear that.
I'm excited for this one. And
you're really glad to hear that, Scarfy.
All the KoRn memes it'll generate.
Yeah, guys. Just keep talking about KoRn. We already get it. Just keep going.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah.
Anyway, you already have my opinion. I need to listen to more KoRn.
Me too.
You always need more KoRn.
I do.
I don't like the food.
Episode title down. You need more KoRn.
No, I am KoRn.
I am the KoRn.
Well, let's see.
Bring out your KoRn. So the next one, we're going back to Scandinavia. We have In Flames. The album is called Battles, and here's the thing about this. I love In Flames, but one of the songs, The Truth, it's not to diss Rise Against, because I love Rise Against too, but it sounds way too much like Make It Stop with the chorus of children singing. It just really it's a cringe fest. But the end is pretty good. Which is the other song.
What, The Truth?
The Truth is the one I didn't really like, and the other one is The End.
Is the main singer a stick?
I don't know.
What, the stick of truth?
Fucking, does he look like a stick? I don't know if he looks like a stick. I know he... fucking whatever. Anyway, I
need to listen to more melodic power metal.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Dragon Force isn't enough.
I remembered what I was going to say. They are on tour with Hell Yeah, which I might be able to see in Silver Spring in November. That's for any of you in the DMV area.
DMV?
I think, yeah, DC, Maryland, Virginia. It's a thing here. We constantly refer to it and how much it sucks.
I've never heard it called the DMV, and I lived on the East Coast.
It's probably a little too far from it then, I guess.
Well, I mean, it was North Jersey.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Maybe just outside of range. But anyway, so they'll be touring with Hell Yeah on the Forged in Fire tour, which...
That's so cool.
It's going to be really cool. And Hell Yeah is going to be promoting their new album, which we announced last season, Undeniable, which is so fucking good. The best for last, we were saving. Yes, it is finally here. We've waited 8 years for this shit. Metallica is back. Years.
Oh my god.
We're so fucked. Shit out of luck. Metallica is going to be hardwired to self-destruct in a good way. They're finally back. The album has been announced. They have all the song titles listed, including, and it does include hopefully a refined version of Lords of Summer, and a few other session tracks. And yes, they did fix the drums, so it does not sound like a trash can anymore. And, well, it sounds like a continuation of Death Magnetic for those who've heard that album. Will you please?
I'm sorry. It's just I just have this like really bad cough, and
you must be hardwired to self-destruct then.
Yeah.
Get it? Because that's a.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I do apologize to chat. I'm really trying to keep my coughs to a minimum. It's just that I've had this cough for a while. It's been here since Monday of
your elbow, or just muffle it.
I've been trying to mute my mic even so to make sure that I'm not ruining it for other people. But I really do apologize. I really do apologize. It's just I'm having a really big problem, and I thought I would get better on Monday. Like I thought I would get better because I got sick last Monday because of the weather change. Right, exactly. So I have a little bit of a cough, but my voice is okay. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. But otherwise, Krüz, please continue.
Yeah. So Nero did say the laughs kind of sound like James's, and yeah, it kind of did. The funny thing was, in the video they showed of the studio when they're working on the song, that James's pickups were so powerful that when he laughed after finishing recording, the pickups picked that up. It was so funny. He was like, do. I'm like, oh. You're like, are you fucking serious? Did that actually happen? It was great. And Kirk also just got in on the antics with we know he uses the wah pedal a lot, but he turned on all 3 wah pedals. And if you've owned a wah pedal or listened to this, you know that the sound it makes when they're resting wide open is just like
If you guys will excuse me, I need to go get a glass of water. Can you hold on, please? Yeah.
Go ahead. There were 3 of them going at once, and Kirk is just losing it, and Lars just goes to the camera. Not 1, not 2, 3. This is horrible. This is horrible.
Why did we do this?
This.
If anything that Hardwired sounded to me, it sounded a lot like Megadeth, and that is a good thing, because I really like Megadeth.
Yeah, me too. Their new album is amazing.
Dystopia?
Yeah, man. Was it Fatal Illusion is my favorite song on that one. What was I thinking? The riff sounds kind of like a mix of Holy Wars from Megadeth and This Was Just Your Life from Death Magnetic.
Mm-hmm.
My only gripe with it, I think I said this in a private thing, but my only gripe with the song is it sounds like the solo was sort of cut short.
Yeah.
But it did sound pretty good still.
Mm-hmm. I'm back.
Ultimate power.
All right, so is that all the music? Is that all the music you're done with? Is that all the music?
Unless we have some more to say, we just went over some of the shenanigans, various Metallica shenanigans, which there's no shortage of.
We're in prison, Vegeta.
Yes. So that's pretty much all for music now. Keep eyes and ears, particularly your ears, open for new songs coming out. If you pre-order the stuff on iTunes, it'll give you a notification when the songs are released, and it'll download them automatically. And now,
hooty hoo.
We are going to move. And what?
I just said hooty hoo.
Hooty hoo. Hooty hooty hi hi. We are going to move on. Put Naku Ino in the spotlight. We're going to start with video games.
All right, and the first game we are talking about. The first game we're talking about is Yokai Watch 2, Bony Spirits and Fleshy Souls. They went with the Pokemon formula this time by releasing 2 games.
Yeah, I kind of was like,
with exclusives.
This looks like Pokemon.
No, I almost feel like it has like a Fire Emblem feel, but keep going.
Yeah, we'll wait until after this.
Anyway, so Yokai Watch 2 is essentially, it's like its predecessor, Yokai Watch. It's an open-world RPG where you take control of either Nathan Adams or Katie Forrester, depending on which gender you choose.
Interesting.
And well, if you've played Yokai Watch before, you know how the game is like. But if you don't, here you go. The city is infested with yokai, and you try and befriend them all. And this delves into the story, like this was said in like the Nintendo Direct. When you go back in time, you can actually go back in time and see like how the Yokai Watch was developed and how it was made, and why. Anyway, you got your guys' thoughts?
This, to me, kind of looked like a cross between Animal Crossing and Pokemon. I'd seen a lot of posters about yokai, and I honestly thought it was Pokemon, but then I realized, oh, it's that other thing.
It's a different
series. I was gonna say the same thing. Like, I'm looking at this game, and I'm like, okay, well, I never played the original yokai, and now that they're finally making a sequel, I want to say, like, after... like 2 years after the original, or is it 1 year? I don't know. I've never played the yokai games. I'm pretty sure someone will be interested in playing it, but as for me, the concept looks interesting enough, but there's just nothing that really interests me about it. I can't put my finger on it, but there's just nothing that I see that's really that great about it.
It looks kind of also like not kind of like a Summoner's War type game, that something that would have been on like iOS and Android.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, I forgot to mention it comes out for the 3DS on September 30th.
Right.
There will always be more Pokemans.
By the way, I can't wait for the new Pokemon Moon game.
Hype
Pokemon
hype. Oh, by the way, I found a great picture about the new wolf Pokemon with the different forms.
Oh, you mean Lycanroc?
Yes. I'll have to post it, but
you really want the moon form, don't you?
I really do. The midday form was it. Someone was the trainer was giving it a bath, and he's just sitting there all sad. And then the midnight form, he's like drowning the trainer. It's like, fuck you.
But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Honestly,
but anyway,
when I went to PAX, I think Yokai Watch was the second most popular Nintendo title.
Really?
The first being Pokemon Sun and Moon.
You went to the West one?
Yeah, I went to PAX West.
Okay.
Now, the Japanese term for like Lycanroc was like Rurugaru, which is basically a French...
Aruru.
No. It's
Aruru.
Where's Renegade when you need him?
Renegade Roo. I do forgot what was the wolf Pokemon's Japanese term name? I'm trying to think about it. Hold on.
Dingleberries.
What it translates to?
No.
Please, God, no.
No. Not member berries. Please, no member berries.
They're not far off from that one after making a fucking
Star Wars.
Sandcastle. A sandcastle.
Hey, remember when Zach was on Subwoofer Entertainment Treehouse? Yeah, I remember.
I remember that. I remember it good.
Oh,
so By the way, I love the new episodes of South Park. They're just so good.
I love how they've just had continuity like the past 3 seasons.
They're called Loup-Garugan, and it's basically a French play on words with the loup-garou. It's a French term meaning wolf, of course, the werewolf. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Anyway, yokai. Would you consider buying this game, Naka?
No.
Why
it's not my style. It's
of course. It's not my style either.
The thing is, I probably would have if I didn't know already that I was probably going to be devoting most of my waking hours to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree, but Pokemon is just a better game for me. Nothing against Yokai Watch, of course, but
no.
We'll get to that. No. I'm pretty sure it has its fans. I'm just not one of them, and it just doesn't interest me as much. Kind of the same way that Pikmin doesn't interest me. No offense, I'm not a big fan of Pikmin either. Anyway, yeah.
Moving on to Shantae, Half-Genie Hero.
Oh, I have a big talk with Shantae, but let's keep going.
Yeah, this one looks pretty cool.
When you hear the title, you might be thinking you're just playing Half-Minute Hero with the Shantae reskin, but it's an entirely new game. It started as a crowdfunder, I believe, in either crowdfunding in 2013 or 2014.
Mm-hmm.
But after just a few years in development, it will be releasing on the 27th.
Are you going to talk more about that?
Yes,
I mean, you're kind of just glossing over. You're just glossing over the summary, dude.
Yes, but the summary.
It looked pretty cool.
Just
it kind of reminded me of a Kirby type game with the level setup.
Yeah, due to crowdfunding.
Due to crowdfunding, WayForward, the developing studio, were able to add hero modes, allowing the player to play as Sky, Bolo, and Roddy Tops, Shantae's friends, all with unique abilities for each character. The plot rundown will go like this. Yes, I will warm up, Shutter. This is like my first show, so plot rundown. The Half-Genie Shantae wakes up in the middle of the night and goes outside. She explores Scuttletown and discovers a cave with a magic fountain behind a trapdoor. She touches the water and gets spirited away to the genie realm, where she sees a magical seal swelling as a powerful evil tries to escape. She passes out and wakes up again in her bed. Nothing else about the story is currently known yet. You can pick up Shantae Half-Genie Hero for Windows, PS4, PS Vita, Wii U, and Xbox One on September 27th.
Nice, very nice. I was looking at this trailer and I was thinking, wow, this almost looks like a game made by Sega, not WayForward. But let's be honest, even Sega's having their fair share of problems trying to get Sonic right.
Yeah, not to jump ahead, but
right.
The trailer for Sonic, I was surprised at how many dislikes it had, because I'm like, are people really this upset about Sonic nowadays?
Well, we'll get to that when we get to that. But anyway, Shantae, you know that the original Game Boy Advance game of Shantae is like $300, $400 for a brand new cartridge for release for the Game Boy Color, like just months before the Game Boy Advance game was supposed to be released.
Mm-hmm. I could see it.
Well, I'm surprised that despite that, I'm really surprised that Shantae is growing a really good fan base. Like, really surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know about you, but what do you think, Krüz?
I think I'd anticipate that sort of with, I guess I haven't seen the original, but if they sort of try to embrace a new platform and new style and did it really well, that, they sort of revived the series.
Right, I totally see what you mean.
Need a little revive.
I almost feel like you could read that entire scription, Naka, in Cartman's voice, just like how Cartman told the story in South Park.
Stick of Truth and the Fractured But Whole.
No. The new episode where it's like, hey guys, we're gonna read the story called Little Red Riding Kyle.
Oh yeah.
The story of a little gay boy and his adventures with 4 hilarious women.
God damn it!
It was so, and he was reading it to a bunch of 5-year-olds. It was so funny.
That's Carmen for you.
One day he went to go visit his grandma, who was a little black boy named Token. Get over it. Who was a little black boy named Token. Get over it. I laughed so hard at that part.
Get over it.
Get over you.
Get over it, bitch.
And anyway, Naka, that's all I really have to say about Shantae.
Yeah.
But let's kind of stay on topic here.
Referencing Sega, we're moving on to Sonic Boom, Fire, and Ice.
Great Ex Mortis song, by the way.
Keep talking.
Yes. The latest title from Sega releasing for the 3DS, Sonic Boom. I got this wrong in the summary. Fire and Ice is a side-scrolling platform game that looks a lot like previous side-scroller Sonic titles, like Colors, or Sonic Rush, or Sonic Advance, whatever. The third title is part of the spin-off Sonic Boom franchise. Characters have different, appearances, different stories, whatever. A plot rundown. Discovering an element known as Ragnium, Dr. Eggman starts harnessing it for himself, using it to create robots that can allegedly outrun Sonic and his friends, while also damaging the environment in the process. Meanwhile, Defect, a rejected robot Eggman created to search for Ragnium, starts using his magnetic powers to try and become more powerful. Sonic and his friends attempt to stop Eggman and Defect and restore balance to the environment. It's coming out for 3DS on the 27th of September.
I'm thinking people probably hated this just because of the puns.
No, well, believe it or not, like Sonic Boom, like the original Sonic Boom when it first released, got a very, very polarizing critic reception. It did not sell well in America. It is expectations were put down very, very low because of character design as well as character plot, and it just didn't seem to mesh well. I don't know about this game. Personally, I kind of see it as just another way for Sonic fans to collect, but other than that, Sonic Boom Fire and Ice just doesn't interest me as a whole. I think the last Sonic game I ever played was Sonic Heroes on the GameCube, and even I think that's a better game than this one.
Yeah, last one I played, I think, was it was over wireless and DS. One of the ones where you could play just as either Sonic or Blaze, but I thought that was
that's cool. Sonic Rush.
Sonic Rush, yeah, that one.
It was either Rush or Rush 2, I don't know.
Yeah. Not to mention, of course, that the I think it was Sonic Heroes. The band that does the music is pretty awesome too.
Oh yeah, the band does a pretty good job.
It's not Silva Gunner. Silva Gunner's just a guy who does remixes.
It's actually Siva Gunner, but
like Crush 40 or something like that.
Oh yeah, Crush 40. Yeah.
I don't know what is it with Crush 40. Continuously being in like these Sonic trends, and apparently he really likes Sonic. I don't know why, but
it's pretty cool. Like just sort of, I don't know, classic rock and roll, perfected for a Sonic atmosphere.
Yeah, I can totally see what you're.
There's a pretty good web show which they kind of stopped, but they're sort of in production of their new episode. But they used what was it called? One of Crush 40's songs as their intro.
Hey, right. That's pretty good.
What was the one? I can't hold on much longer, but I will never let go. That one.
See what you mean, but yeah, I'm not interested in Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. I hate to be the biggest Sonic, non-enthusiast people, but honestly, Sonic just really hasn't kept well nowadays.
Just give me Sonic 3 and Knuckles on Virtual Console.
It seems like they're just kind of trying too hard to make impressive games. They're not really doing a good job.
Yeah, I totally agree with Krüz's statement.
If you look at the actual trailer, you can see how many more dislikes there are than likes.
I totally agree with that. But anyway, let's keep moving on.
Just give me Sonic 3 and Knuckles on the Virtual Console for the 3DS, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's move on.
Moving on to FIFA 17. Another year, another FIFA. Sports games. Anyway, New AI, new physics, updated graphics, new soccer leagues to play in. If you want to take on the Seattle Sounders as the Tottenham Hotspurs, FIFA 17, along with many other FIFA games, is the game for you. For PS4, Xbox One, and PC releases, you have a new story mode called The Journey. You play as a young footballer named Alex Hunter, trying to make his way up in the ranks of the British Premier League. You can play any position, and whenever there's dialogue, there's a wheel of lines to choose from, a la Mass Effect. I will give EA credit when it comes to releasing on previous generation of consoles, Xbox 360, PS3, knowing that not everybody in the world has a PS4 or an Xbox One. FIFA 17 launches the 27th of September in North America and the 29th of September to the rest of the world.
Yeah, sorry to say I'm not a big fan of FIFA either. I just see it as another sports game. It's kind of the same.
I've only played like two kinds of it. One of them was like the backyard edition or whatever. It's like you played on top of a building and
FIFA Street,
do parkour off the walls, which I thought was really cool.
It's kind of the same reason why I'm not a big fan of, like, say, Madden. I hate to break it to you guys, but I'm not a big fan of sports games. In fact, the only reason why I thought it would be nice to bring it up was so that if anyone who likes Madden, they can actually, play it themselves, or in this case, play FIFA themselves and see how they feel about it.
Apparently, they really what do I want to say, like bolstered the AI in the new Madden. I'm not really planning on getting it because I used to be really into Madden and I sort of stopped, and I figured like it's not worth trying to keep up with it.
But no, and I also heard from people that Madden like just doesn't really have updates. Like all they really do is improve graphics and bug fixes, and that's it. Like they don't really improve the game style. They don't really improve the game style anyway.
Yeah. That's true, but I think they actually showed like how they use more realistic stats, or quote realistic, because some of them are just completely off. But they do more like knowledge, like intelligent decisions, versus, as other Madden players may know, versus the players just swarming the ball or actually covering their zones they're assigned to.
I totally agree with that statement.
Yeah, and Iceland, sadly, I mean,
anyway,
they have to beat England again. They have to piss them off more.
Yeah, but anyway,
it's too good for FIFA.
Too good. Hashtag too strong.
Well, that's all I have to say about FIFA. Krüz, do you have anything else to say?
That is it. I'm ready for next thingy. This one looks really beautiful.
Oh yeah, let's hear what you have to say about this one, Naka.
Forza Horizon 3.
Oh.
All right.
So, to get this out of the way, Forza Horizon 3 did have some niggles at launch, as in, like, if you bought the Ultimate Edition, your DLC was not loading for a few days, and Forza and Turn 10 themselves have, in fact, they've gotten the bug fix out there, and you can access your DLC if you're on PC. Anyway,
oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, no, there was I believe it was a bug with the Windows Store itself. You needed to have Windows 10 to play this on PC.
Well,
it was a bug with the Windows Store itself where it wouldn't recognize that you owned the DLC that came with the Ultimate Edition.
Oh, really?
It was like a Windows Store issue itself.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, they've recently got that fixed, and I was able to claim my free cars today. But Forza Horizon 3 is the first Forza title, like full-scale Forza title, to come to PC. Those who pre-ordered or bought the Ultimate Edition can access it, well, got access on the 23rd of September, this previous Friday. Oh yeah, to break off for something, Zach, it is 50 gigabytes for the entire game.
Whoa, that is
yeah, it is big.
That is a very big amount of gigs.
The map is huge.
Very big.
It is, like, this game is...
you gotta clear out all your other games just to play that.
And by the way, did you, like download this as a software title?
Yeah, it's a software title. There was no physical release for PC.
I thought there would be a physical release for PC.
I guess, you're thinking of the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Anyway...
is there no such thing as like physical releases for PC games, or
it's hard to find physical releases for PC games. I know Grand Theft Auto had like 7 discs, but anyway, it's like, the reason why it's so big is because the map is huge. All cars are incredibly detailed. A lot of them have in-depth customization. The graphics, even though I have to play on super low settings, the game is still really frickin' pretty. And I haven't even gotten to the plot.
Oh, really? Wow.
And so basically, you are the boss of the Horizon Festival. This takes place in Australia. And you sign record deals, which is basically you sign on radio stations, showcase events that put you up against wild vehicles. Like in the first game, you raced a P-51 Mustang in a Mustang Mach 1.
I've ridden in one of those, actually. Those are pretty fucking awesome.
You raced a Mustang against a Mustang in the first one. And the one that I actually just did was I raced a Camaro ZL1 against a train.
A motherfucking train!
Yeah.
A rock and roll train!
There's now custom races, there's online co-op for the first time in a Forza Horizon title. There's a diverse car list of over 350 cars, and they add cars each month. Immense customization. Oh man, there's so much to talk about.
Wow, like this game looks like a clincher. I do have a question though.
Yes.
Would you say that this game is better than any, like, say, Need for Speed game that you played?
Compared to Need for Speed 2015, yes.
Oh, wow.
The most recent Need for Speed title that came out was terrible.
I'm a diehard Need for Speed fan, but I will commend Forza for including so many cars, because the only issue you really had with Need for Speed was the lack of
diversity in cars.
There weren't as many, but you could customize them heavily.
Yeah,
but just not as many different ones.
Mm-hmm. Can you customize in Forza?
Oh, yeah. It depends on from car to car, but you can still do custom paint, custom vinyls, custom wheels on every single vehicle.
Oh, very nice.
It depends on like what vehicle you have. You can throw on a wide body kit or like various body parts, like front bumpers, rear bumpers, side skirts, spoilers, blah blah blah.
I'm not a big fan of, say, Need for Speed, or even racing games like Mario Kart. But I looked at Forza Horizon 3, and yeah, it does look very, very impressive. Like I almost want to get this game, if only because, oh well, it's coming out soon. I'm pretty sure it's going to be really, really expensive. How much RAM does it take for a PC release?
It takes 8.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, my computer means the bare minimum.
Wow, yeah, you need to get a custom-made computer for that. Like, I need a 32 random access memory so that I can start streaming this godforsaken show, for crying out loud. But yeah, I mean, I am excited.
Or you just get yourself an Xbox One.
Well, I have a PS4, but I don't think. Well, unfortunately, that doesn't play on PS4, so I might be missing out. But hey, there are plenty of games that I want on the PS4 anyway. So
yeah,
we'll just deal with that as it comes.
There's something big coming out for the PS4 in a couple of weeks, but that's something for, I believe, in 2 weeks.
8 gigs of RAM is. I mean, I am using a. I'm sorry to say, I'm using a 4 gigabyte RAM computer. That's pretty damn pitiful for me to be playing a game on that.
That was the kind of thing I had to deal with last season. Mine was a sad little Acer. Now I have a MacBook Air, which is...
I have a CyberPower PC.
Much better. Yes, I'm a shameless Mac person because, no viruses, better for recording. And that's basically what I do, record and play and stuff.
Yeah, but anyway, did you announce the release date for Forza?
The Ultimate Edition came out on Friday the 23rd, and it releases to the mass public. If you just got, say, the Deluxe or the regular edition, it comes out this Tuesday the 27th.
Oh, very okay.
A lot of games are releasing on the 27th.
So is that all you have to bring for video games?
That is all for video games this week. Moving on to movies.
Okay, guys, hi, I'm Scarfy. I handle the movie section, I think we should...
Hi, Scarfy.
Oh, come on, I've put up with you and Naka. At least you can put up with me.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to movies. It's, time for an interesting take on a film that has either gotten a lot of people's attention or no one's attention. Masterminds is an upcoming American heist comedy film based on 1997 Loomis Fargo robbery in North Carolina, directed by Jared Hess, who directed films such as Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. The film stars Zach Galifianakis, and not Galifianakis. I don't really know if I'm saying it right.
Zach Galifianakis.
Whatever. Owen Wilson, Kristen Wiig, and Jason Sudeikis. David Gaunt, played by Zach Galifianakis, discovers the true meaning of adventure far beyond his wildest dreams. He is an uncomplicated man stuck in a monotonous life. Day in and day out, he drives an armored vehicle, transporting millions of other people's money with no escape in sight. The only glimmer of excitement is his flirtatious work crush, Kelly Campbell, played by Kristen Wiig, who soon lures him into the scheme of a lifetime. Along with a group of half-brain criminals, led by Steve Chambers, played by... Wow, I'm Owen Wilson. Wow. Wow, look at the car, man. I remember
when I played a car.
I wish I could imitate Owen Wilson, but anyway. And an absurdly faulted heist plan, David manages the impossible and makes off with $17 million in cash. Only problem is he foolishly hands the money over to his wild group of double-crossers and has set up to take the fall. with the bandits blowing the millions on lavish and ridiculous luxuries. They leave behind a glaring trail of evidence. Now on the lam and in over his head, David must dose the authorities, evade a hilarious hitman, Mike McKinney, played by Jason Sudeikis, and try to turn the tables on the one he trusted most. For the most part, this is a film that I think a lot of people wouldn't go see. Kind of like a lot of people never saw Napoleon Dynamite, but got a cult following afterward. But to be honest, from looking at the trailer, it still looks funny, and I do think a lot of people would go see it for the laughs, even though the story may be flawed and stupefied. Sadly, I don't think this movie will reach cult status like Napoleon Dynamite, which is one of my top 20 favorite films. However, with this film, only time will tell what it will bring to the table. And if you're interested, the film will be released on September 30th, 2016. What do you guys think? Krüz?
Indeed, looked pretty funny. I do kind of agree in the sense it kind of seems like it's not going to be a great theater film, but it'll be a really
It's a
fun
good
one to
popcorn.
watch.
Yeah, a good popcorn flick. I mean, it's not Napoleon Dynamite material by no means.
It's one you'll watch with your friends or something, just like chilling out or something.
It reminds me. It reminds me a lot of a bad Grand Theft Auto heist.
Yeah. No, Roman, I don't want to go bowling.
Wrong Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, wrong Grant. What do you think, Naka?
It's definitely something that I will wait for when it comes around on like either pay-per-view or DVD or VHS if they're that stupid.
Yeah, I mean, unless Mastermind is making critical hit reviews, I'm probably not going to go see this film unless people are saying, oh my god, this is the new Napoleon Dynamite, you need to go see it. I'm like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's really all I have to say. Did you see this trailer, Krüz?
Yeah, I did. I love Zach Galifianakis and trying to do a stupid role. Like the last one I think I remember seeing him in was I think it was I forget what it was called. It was with Robert Downey Jr. And for better or for worse or something like that. But it was really fucking funny. He's just sitting in the car. What are you doing? Masturbating. Right here? Yeah, it helps me fall asleep. Jesus. He's like,
right, I totally see what you mean. Yeah. So are you guys done talking about this? Do you want me to move on or?
Yeah.
All right.
Like I've seen all these trailers like 6 times because of TV.
Oh, okay.
Like whenever I watch sports, these advertisements come on over and over and over again.
Yeah, my God, that's the whole reason why I don't watch TV, and I spend more time on the internet than watching TV.
I would much rather have a NASCAR streaming service on my computer, but sadly, I do not have that right now.
Well, we'll get to that when well, I'm pretty sure that God will bless you with one once he feels like it. But anyway, let's move on with our next film.
This needs paused in my hair.
Is it just me, or does this next film seems kind of Well, anyways, our next film that we have is called Deepwater Horizon, a 2016 American biographical disaster thriller film directed by Peter Berg, starring Mark Wahlberg, Kurt Russell, John Malkovich, Gina Rodriguez, Dylan O'Brien, and Kate Hudson. It is based on the 2010 Deepwater Horizon explosion and oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. Honestly, while I could really go on and on about this film as a plot, the movie speaks for itself. It's about people trying to get off the oil rig before it blows up, killing the people there. We talked about this film briefly in Season 2. It stars in Season 1. Sorry. It stars Mark Wahlberg, who, as an actor, is just there to me. Like, I don't really think he's good or bad. He's just And this film just seems simplistic and not at all that extraordinary. I apologize if there are genuine people who want to see this film, but this trailer just seems like an everyday disaster movie that I've seen thrown in many times. And just because the film has big names doesn't necessarily make the genre worth all seeing. Maybe it does. I mean, at least they're putting effort into it. But from a reality standpoint, this film just doesn't interest me, and honestly, there's just nothing really worth all that much here, at least for me. But if you guys are interested to know what happened, the film will be released on September 30th, 2016, too. What do you think?
BP oil spill the movie.
Oh, God. What was I going to say? It kind of seems... I agree with the sort of the disaster films just being sort of thrown out there, but now and again you have ones that are actually sort of based on real world events, and I find those are actually genuinely interesting most times. I do want to see Sully, by the way. I haven't seen that yet.
I need to see Sully as well.
Yeah.
Shudder said that Sully was really, really good, but I do definitely want to see it because A, Clint Eastwood, B, Tom Hanks, C,
Tom Hanks is good enough reason.
Well, yeah, anything that Tom Hanks touches is pretty. No matter how bad the script is, anything that Tom Hanks touches is pure gold.
Buzz looking alien.
Where?
I love
the
that
memes
part.
that
But
come
anyway,
from that.
Buzz looking alien.
but anyway,
We're not aiming for the truck.
What do you guys think about Deepwater Horizon?
BP Oil Spill the movie. I might go see it.
That should be the title of this movie.
Say it like that. BP Oil Spill the movie.
BP Oil Spill the movie. Let's just call it that. BP Oil Spill the movie.
Noted.
Noted. Anyway, what do you guys think about this film?
Other than BP Oil Spill the movie, it actually will it'll give me like more of a dramatic, dramatized kind of like detail of the events that went down on the BP oil spill, but yeah, I might go see it.
This film just doesn't interest me. When I look at Mark Wahlberg, he's just kind of there to me.
I'm an inventor. I can make so much money off of these things. Transformers 4.
Yeah.
I don't forget about The Happening. What? No.
No, yeah, I just admit the last one I saw him in, Daddy's Home, was pretty fucking hilarious.
Oh, okay. Well,
violence has solved. What do you mean? Violence has solved a lot of problems.
Well, anyway, what do you think about BP the oil spill the movie, Krüz?
Mm-hmm. Like I said a little bit earlier, I think that movies like these, the disaster themed ones that have an actual real world basis, they can be pretty interesting. Though I think it's kind of going to be overshadowed by Sully.
Probably.
If I might see this, but only if I've already seen Sully, because that's the one I'm intending to see first.
I totally agree with you on that. Anyway,
I might watch
is that all you guys have to say about this one?
Yeah.
Is that all you guys have to say on this one?
I kind of want to find out more of the next one, as the trailer was a little bit confusing.
Okay. Well, is that all you have to say for this one, guys?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Naka?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's move on to our next trailer. Well, as soon as I say the director's name, you guys are going to be all over it. Tim Burton. Yeah, just as I thought. Everyone is total putty in his pants. Tim Burton has a knack for making films that either impresses his fans or stupefies them. However, we're getting off topic. Our final film that is coming out this week, directed by Burton, is the film adaptation from the critically acclaimed book written by Ransom Riggs, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, an upcoming 2016 American 3D dark fantasy adventure film written by Jane Goldman, who wrote X-Men: Days of Future Past and Kingsman: The Secret Service. Great films, by the way. Really should check them out.
Tim Burton, the writer of X-Men: Days of Future Past and Kingsman?
No. That's written by Jane Goldman. Tim Burton's the director.
Yeah, I know. But you have both of those people on the roster. That's a pretty good sign.
When tragedy strikes close to home, 16-year-old Jake Portman is forced to travel to a mysterious island in order to discover the truth of what really happened. Jake's ordinary life takes an extraordinary turn as the childhood fairy tales he heard from his grandfather start to become more plausible. After stumbling into what seems to be a different world, Jake is introduced to the extraordinary Miss Peregrine and her peculiar children, at Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Oh my god. But when what seems to be a fairy tale takes a horrific turn, Jake is forced to make a life-altering decision in order to protect the ones he loves from the monsters of his grandfather's past, the creepy hollows and the dangerous wights, led by terrifying Mr. Baron. That's WIGHTS, guys. Last season, when Zach was still taking over the video game section, he said that he was interested in actually reading the book before seeing the film. Now, after watching this particular trailer and seeing what this trailer may indeed be the clincher, I just may need to. The premise looks interesting, and the story looks interesting as a whole, but if you're a fan of reading books, I'm sure you'll get a huge kick out of this one. Will this be the next to enter the trinity of young adult novels? Probably not. However, I do hope you get to see the film for what it is and give a peculiar time. Either way, the film will also be released to theaters on September 30th, 2016 as well. What do you guys think?
All right. I'll make a quick note also that I just remembered that this, I don't know if it was assigned to her, I think, but my sister read this book. She said she kind of liked it, but, I like it's sort of like an Alice in Wonderland feel, but just a little, like, darker and, like, the classic Tim Burton style, which I think if I get a better understanding
I had to step out
what happened in the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. If I get a better understanding of what happened in the trailer, then I'm definitely excited for this because I just didn't understand like what's her face, the actress who's the
you know what
she was in the last 300.
Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to give you guys the cast. I do apologize. Could you guys give me a moment, please? It's not gonna take long. But anyway, keep talking about Tim Burton and how awesome he is.
Yeah, like I remember seeing like the original Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean that was
just to let you know, Nightmare Before Christmas was not directed by Tim Burton. It was actually, I believe the film was actually directed by Henry Selick and produced by Tim Burton.
Yeah, close enough. But it does have his style in it, though.
It does. I do agree with that. It does have his style.
Yeah. It also kind of reminds me of the Spiderwick Chronicles.
I totally agree about that. But I totally forgot to give you the cast. The film stars Eva Green, Asa Butterfield, Chris O'Dowd, Allison Janney, Rupert Everett, Terrence Stomp, Ella Purnell, Judi Dench, and Samuel L. Jackson. Really? Samuel L. Jackson in a Tim Burton film?
We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see what he brings to the table. I can't believe, I wasn't expecting Samuel L. Jackson to be in this film, but we'll see what he does. But Naka, are you back?
Yes, I have returned. I do not live on my own. I'm still in high school, so if I ever have to step out, it's because my parents are usually calling me for dinner, and I have told them that since we are in the middle of this, I will eat later.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you think about Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children?
Tim Burton.
Yeah. You're a huge fan of Tim Burton, aren't you?
Sort of.
I like Tim Burton too. Not to worry, but you know how Tim Burton always tends to really do things well.
Yes.
Yes. Well, is that all you have to say about Miss Peregrine? Just Tim Burton, or do you have anything else to say?
Yes.
So,
what else do you have to say?
I was saying yes to just Tim Burton.
Okay, well...
I just want to point out this thing in the chat. It's like, OMFG set is back. It's like, well, it's about fucking time you got here. I'm just kidding. We love you guys.
We love you guys. Anyway, let's move on. We're moving on to television. I know that I take over movies, but let's be honest, I'm in charge of television. Might as well already be movies, because when you have a TV series that is so awesome, like Stranger Things, nothing can be bad.
Okay. This one you're gonna talk about looks pretty badass too.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, well, it seems web television has a way with keeping us entertained with what it has to offer in terms of television series, even though the episodes are released all at once instead of one episode per weekend. But lead it to Netflix and their inexpensive services to teach me otherwise. It's time to look at Marvel's Luke Cage, an upcoming American web television series developed by Netflix by Cheo Hodori Coker, based on the Marvel Comics characters of the same name. It is set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, sharing continuity with the films of the franchise, and is the third in a series of the shows that will lead up to a Defenders crossover miniseries. The series is produced by Marvel Television in association with ABC Studios, with Coker serving as showrunner. Michael Coulter stars as Luke Cage, a former convict with superhuman strength and unbreakable skin who now fights crime. Mahershala Ali, Alfred Woodard, Simon Missick, Theo Rossi, Frank Whaley, and Sonia Braga also star. When a sabotaged experiment gives them super strength and unbreakable skin...
Sabaton.
Sabotaged.
Sabaton!
Luke Cage becomes a fugitive attempting to rebuild his life in Harlem and must soon confront his past and fight for the heart of the city. Though the plot seems simplistic, it's the actors in the setting that it's portrayed that makes not only the trailer more interesting, but I think it will make the series more interesting. And that is saying a lot, because the trailer does in fact look awesome. I won't spoil anything, because I encourage you to watch the trailer yourself and see if it tickles your fancy, but I'm sure you won't be disappointed. I'm also sure that Marvel fans will take a look at it just as much as Daredevil or Jessica Jones, for that matter. Both streamed on Netflix, by the way. Nevertheless, the series season will be completely released on Netflix on September 30th, 2016, too. So, what do you guys think?
Not the bees.
Definitely. Not the bees!
Not the bees! Not the bees! No, okay. No, but seriously, what do you guys think
The
about
Wicker
Luke
Man is
Cage?
terrible, in my opinion.
What?
Sorry, Shutter. Luke Cage has no association with
Are
Nicolas
you
Cage.
kidding me? Wicker Man is an amazing song by Iron Maiden.
No, the movie. There's
I
a
know,
movie called
yeah.
Wicker Man, and it's awful.
I know. But it's great for that meme, though.
This
I
girl
know.
got hit
But
by
anyway-
a truck.
But anyway, guys, what do you think about this film? I mean, this television series, Luke Cage.
So much badassery.
You almost want to watch it. You want to watch it, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
give me something
definitely
to
wanting
watch.
to hook up my Netflix for this because I haven't gotten it set up yet.
You're still waiting for season 2 of Stranger Things, aren't you?
I'm just sort of sitting here waiting, like, when is it gonna happen? I don't want to wait until next year. Damn it! I want it now.
I have
I
2
know.
monitors for a reason.
It's my money and I need it now.
Call
Well,
JG
Cody really
Weapons.
likes Stranger Things. But anyway, like, what do you
so
think?
good.
But you want to see this? You want to see this miniseries, don't you?
Yes.
Why? Why do you want to see it, Naka?
Gives me something to watch, that, and it's
Because
Marvel-based.
want.
You have Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
well,
half the summer, I just sat at my computer, playing video games and watching Netflix because 2 monitors.
I can't
In
wait till I
case
get
we
it.
forgot.
I can't wait till I get a desk and get a brand new desk rather and try and see what I can do. But other than that, that's really all I have to say about Luke Cage. I mean, I'm pretty sure it will get some of its fans. But is that all you have to say about Luke Cage, guys?
Yes.
I guess other than I just think that it's kind of refreshing to see superhero with a different kind of attitude, like almost like a less comical version of Hancock. Like he's just trying to be an everyday guy, but he just happens to have powers.
You do realize that Hancock is not Marvel or
Yeah.
I know, but like it's just that was a bad analogy, but still you get.
I actually have a friend who doesn't like Hancock, if only because he doesn't like the cinematography. But I keep trying to tell him, dude, the cinematography is supposed to represent the main character being a drunk all the time.
It's like, I will shove your head up his ass.
Oh, okay, well. All right.
What the hell is that smell?
It was like, wow, what was it like? Dark.
Well, before I get to our coming attractions, I do have to mention one thing, and I'm sorry, guys, that I make a concerted effort here not to try to be a political channel or anything regarding politics, but let's just say a political debate tomorrow with Hillary Clinton and
It's inevitable at this point.
and a giant douche, if you guys want to
It's
call it
either
that.
a giant douche or a turd sandwich.
Pretty much.
Polish a turd, it's still a turd.
If you guys want to call it that, I'm not going to call it that.
Remember Star Wars? Remember TIE
Yeah,
Fighters?
yeah. Remember Star Wars?
Yeah.
Remember when marriage used to be between a man and a woman? Yeah, I remember.
Wait, what?
No.
I remember.
And-
It's inevitable, kind of, and especially because not this stuff, but music inevitably it's inspired by politics. I mean, listen to Megadeth's Dystopia is like a prophecy and most of it has come true, especially Lying in State. You listen to that song, then watch the news and tell me it's not exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, other than that, I have nothing. I'm not going to talk about politics. There's plenty of...
What are they talking about? Like nerds? Jeez.
Anyway, other than that, I'm not going to talk about politics because politics are not part of this channel. We're talking about entertainment and how awesome entertainment is. With that being said, let's move to our coming attractions. Resident Evil, the final chapter.
I appreciate the use of Guns N' Roses in this, especially because, you know, I saw AC/DC with Axl Rose. That was...
Excuse me?
You ruined the moment, damn it.
I'm good at that.
Did you put the link on the... Did you put the trailer on the chat?
For
Resident
Luke
Evil, the
Cage?
final chapter. No, Resident Evil, the final chapter.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I got distracted with ruining Krüz's line.
But anyway, that's really all I can say. I'm looking at this trailer, and I'm finally glad that it's, you know, the Resident Evil series is finally ending. As you can say, I know a lot of people were never a big fan of the Resident Evil movie series, live action anyway. I do know it has its fans, but unfortunately for me, it's just kind of, nah. I mean, I know that a lot of people like the games, and I'm not too sure how they like the movies, but it's good for what it is, but I just wouldn't, I kind of wouldn't play it, you know, all the time. But I mean, other than that, I guess we can move on. What do you guys think about this trailer, besides the awesome usage of Guns N' Roses, Naka, Krüz?
Meh. It's another Resident Evil movie. They've made like 30 of them.
Yeah, it's like, I was just thinking, this kind of just looks like a glorified version of the last one that they made. Especially, like, the reference to the, what do you call it, the laser things in the hallway.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Laser cannon
Anyway.
sentence?
No. There's not for spoilers or anything, but there's a scene where there's a glass hallway and there's lasers that literally slice open your skin, and you can't even feel it until it literally starts to feel.
Kinky. I mean, what?
Yeah. Let's move on.
I was kidding.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Our next film is our next coming attraction is Underworld Blood Wars. I'm not a huge fan of the Underworld series again. I do apologize. I know it has a lot of werewolf and a lot of vampire fans.
Isn't it just a spin-off series of Resident Evil?
I would say that, but at the same time, it also kind of has an original analogy to it. I mean, I never been a huge fan of Underworld, but if you guys want to see werewolves go at it against vampires, this is the film for you. It's just a shame that this film kind of has just, you know, it's interesting that what kind of following it has. What do you think, Krüz?
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the whole rest of these, but I think I'm getting Underworld. I've seen some of the original. Not the movies, but just the trailers from Underworld, and it's kind of similar to Resident Evil in that it seems like it should be good, but then it's just kind of like not really enough that I'd want to go see it.
Yeah, I see what you mean. What do you think, Naka?
Meh. It'll be better than Twilight.
Still a better love story.
Now that I can agree to. Anything can be a better film than Twilight. Let's just be honest here. Heck, even 50 Shades. No, I'm not gonna go that far. I'm not gonna go that far. Don't worry. I'm not gonna go that far. Anyway,
referencing something that might come up later.
Can we just settle that with a tie? I mean.
Well, I would, but we also have another film to talk about. But anyway, our next coming attractions, Split. You know, oh god.
Like my opinion.
I'm looking at this trailer and I'm already like convulsing in fear because A, I really don't like M. Night Shyamalan, and B, the ending of the trailer was so hokey. Like, extremely, extremely hokey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm really sorry, but what do you think, Krüz? Because when I look at this trailer, it's a cool concept. I mean, they're using original not well-known actors for this film, and M. Night Shyamalan, you know.
What's his face? Who's in the X-Men? The younger Professor X.
Let's just talk about the trailer for now.
Yeah. I don't know. Just kind of. I've gotten good at seeing like which kind of horror type movies are going to be cheesy, and this one does pretty.
It's a Shyamalan cheesy film. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Yes, it's Shyamalan. Why on earth do you need to talk like? I did hear that The Visit was kind of good though, even though that had a lot of corny scenes in it.
KoRn.
No.
Damn it! You beat me to it.
Come on,
asshole.
Can we just move on to the next trailer?
Yes, please. I'm sorry. Gold, starring Matthew McConaughey. This one looks interesting. What do you guys think?
Now you see, I like to drive Lincolns in space.
You do realize that this film is kind of reminding me of The Wolf of Wall Street. Also, bad advertising, by the way. There's no wolves in the film at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lied to us.
Anyway, what do you think about this film, Krüz, Naka?
I just see the pawn shop in the beginning, and all I'm thinking of, I'm Rick Harrison, and this is not my pawn shop. I am a child.
Yeah, but really, what do you think about this film?
It's alright. I like some of the I like the cinematography when they're in the jungle.
What do you think, Krüz?
I'd be all for it if I thinking it's sort of like another Wolf of Wall Street, but I don't know if Matthew McConaughey, even though Matthew McConaughey was still in that movie, I don't know if it's gonna be the same way.
You do realize, like, he was nominated. I think he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, even though he only played in the film for 20 minutes or something.
Sounds like my life story.
He made the most of his time, though. Hey.
It was really stupid, but anyway. Do you guys want me to move on to the next one?
Buy gold, yes.
I guess so.
All right.
We got
Hidden Figures. What do you think about this one?
Well, I'm gonna drop it into the chat. Hidden Figures. I'm looking at
Hidden Figures, and I noticed that the film is actually starring Octavia Spencer, who played in The Help. Great film, by the way. I love The Help. And it's interesting to see that African Americans are actually working at a NASA space station. And I don't know about you guys, but this movie looks cool. What do you think?
I kind of liked The Help, actually, with just some of the attitudes some of the actors had, and it was pretty funny. I enjoyed that. I don't know. I'm just not really sure about it. Most of this I haven't really gotten to look into these in much detail, but we'll give a fair chance before I get on it.
What do you think? What do you think, Naka?
Well, if it involves space in some way, I'll probably watch it, and based on kind of the untold story of how these people were quote unquote background people, the ones who are running this operation, and I'm not going to give anything away because spoilers.
Yeah, Zach said that it seems like a gender swap race swap of A Beautiful Mind, but with a happier tone. Kind of interesting, but
yeah.
We'll see what happens. Do you guys want me to move on?
Yes.
Is there music playing in the background?
That would be is it jazz music?
Kinda.
That would be my parents eating downstairs. Well, they're eating outside, but we have the Amazon Echo, and they're listening to jazz music.
Is there any way that you can shut the door?
No, because the Amazon Echo is indoors.
Oh, and you can't turn it off?
I cannot turn it off because then they will be upset.
Oh, well, I don't understand why it's plugged into your room.
It's not in my room. It's downstairs.
But then how can I hear it up here then?
My microphone is actually quite sensitive.
All right, well, I don't think it's going to take away from the moment. I do kind of wish that you could at least turn the volume down on your end, but I'm not too sure if that affects the music down there. But it's okay.
I just turned down my mic on the stream.
No, it's fine. I don't want you to touch your mic. I kind of like it the way it is, but let's just move on.
All right.
Anyway, our next film, which I think is one of 4 films of the coming attractions that I'm afraid of, that I am interested in, Arrival. Just by the shot of the cinematography with the clouds hanging over the spaceship, it's actually kind of it's actually kind of interesting. Like, I don't know about you guys, but this is a film that I am definitely interested in seeing. What about you, Krüz?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just sort of like pulled up what the trailer is. I think I did see whoever the director said also directed Prisoners. I think I also saw that one.
I saw Prisoners. It was such a hard movie to sit through.
Was that that was the one with what's his face? About the the kidnapped kid they were looking for?
Yeah, huge Jack.
Yeah, that one. That one I really liked.
Even though it was
very suspenseful.
It was very suspenseful, but it was very hard for me to watch.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Naka? What do you think about this one? Because this one looks interesting. I like the whole premise of having the woman trying to communicate with the alien creatures, and for the government not to declare war on it.
For me, it's a lot like a mix between 2010, which is the sequel to 2001: Space Odyssey, and Interstellar, and I like that.
I saw 2010 actually. It wasn't as good as 2001. I do think 2001 is the better film. I do apologize if anyone really hates 2001 because of its slow pacing, but I actually really like it. And Interstellar was good too.
Interstellar was amazing. I love that movie.
Interstellar. Did you know that Interstellar was actually trying to reference 2001: A Space Odyssey?
I could definitely see it.
It's kind of trying to pay respects back to the classics. Yeah,
I totally agree with that. Other than that, I guess you can say I'm actually glad for this film because I am interested in seeing how the film will handle. But we'll get to more of that when we actually talk about it in a future episode. Our next film. Oh my gosh, I've been watching this trailer over and over and over again, and I cannot stop watching it. A Monster Calls.
Oh my god, yes.
This particular trailer, I can't stop watching it. I don't understand. I feel as if this trailer kind of has, the whole basis of trying to cope with loss and in the most kid way in the most kid way that you can. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but did you know that the
really beautiful trailer?
Oh, I looked at the trailer, and did you also know that the person who wrote the book is actually writing the script for the movie? So double points on that.
Double points.
That's actually yes, I agree with that. What do you think, Krüz?
I kind of like that. It's I didn't realize. I thought the monster was going to be just about to try to hurt the kid, but I realized that it was the personification of his anger and it wanted to help him in a way. Mm-hmm. So that kind of reminds me. There's a short story by I forget his name, Jeff. I think it's Jeff Dunbar or something like that.
And the fact that Liam Neeson is voicing it, I love Liam Neeson so much.
This kid, they keep trying to piss off this one kid until eventually he snaps, but he doesn't actually hurt them. He actually turns into a monster and kills them.
Right. But what do you think about this trailer?
Insanely cool.
Yes.
Do you like the colors? I mean,
I like all the colors.
No, but really, what specifically do you like in this film?
No, I really like the colors.
But other than that, that's really all I can say about this film. What do you think, Naka?
You guys have said what I like about it, and the fact that
go ahead.
It's a giant tree monster, and I like that because giant tree monsters are cool.
I am Groot.
Yes.
No. Please keep in mind it's not referencing Groot. Okay, it doesn't look like Groot.
I am Groot, but stronger.
Let us be stupid.
Christopher, I don't think the trailer looks okay. I think it looks awesome. in my opinion, but that's just me. But I can't wait to see it. I hope I can see it. I'm pretty sure it'll be a tearjerker. But other than that, I guess we can move on. This is another trailer that I keep watching that I really want to see. Collateral Beauty, starring Will Smith. Oh my god, I literally want to see this movie, because I think this movie would be a perfect film. I've seen the Pursuit of Happiness. It was actually a very, very well-made film. Mm-hmm. I do own it. What do you guys think, Krüz?
I don't know. I'm not.
I really like the setting. I like the premise of it. Sorry.
I didn't really see much that interested me generally, but to be fair, I just sort of gave it a quick look over. I'll give it another chance before I actually, really want to judge it.
Okay.
It's not going to be high up on my list. I'll put it that way.
Oh, what do you think, Naka?
I really like the setting because I've been in New York and I can recognize a bunch of these places. But I like the setting. I like the cinematography. The trailer looks really good, and it's made by the same. I believe it's made by the same people that made Spotlight. So
I did see Spotlight. Spotlight was just, I was shaking my head in disbelief. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the way that they handled all that cases was just insane, and the way how people didn't do anything to help those people who were involved with the scandal was insane. And I won't spoil it here, but let's just say I did see Spotlight. It was really good. I actually really want to see this film. I know it's not high on your guys' list, and I'm pretty sure you're not really interested in it, but I don't know. I like Will Smith as an actor. I think he's a great actor. He has a lot of potential, except when he was in After Earth. Please do not see that film. That film is awesome. Especially since it's directed by Shyamalan, and anything that Shyamalan touches goes to die. But other than that, this is a film that I'm.
Everything I touch dies.
Other than that, this film I actually really want to see. It's a cool concept. It has cool characters. I think it'll be an Oscar nominee probably, but I guess we can move on if you guys are done talking about this one.
I want to talk about this next one.
Passengers.
Yes.
I forgot. Does this one have what's her name in it? The person, Jennifer Lawrence. Does it have Jennifer Lawrence in this film?
Yes.
I thought so. Jennifer Lawrence is just wow.
Yeah.
I looked at this film, and it's a cool, interesting concept. How those two are the only people who have woken up, and there's no one really available for them. They woke up too early, and now they're kind of trapped, and they have to do something about it. What do you think, Krüz?
We're so fucked. Shit out of luck.
No, but really, Krüz, what do you think?
They also kind of sort of being trapped in space is like once the last season of Vector album about the guy who was in the same kind of situation, how he has to get out of it. I think it's probably going to be a really cool story.
Yeah, I agree about that. What do you think? Did you already say what you thought about it, Naka?
It looks really good. I want to see it.
Is that all you,
that and it's
is that
a
all you
Chris
can
Pratt
say?
movie. It's another Chris Pratt space movie.
Do you? Yeah, how many space movies has Chris Pratt been in? Like what? Was he in I forgot.
He was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I love Chris Pratt. I think he's awesome. But other than that,
Andy Dwyer.
I actually want to see it. This is another trailer that this is another movie that I'm actually interested in seeing. La La Land. Oh my god, the cinematography and the colors and the actors look amazing in this film. What do you think, Krüz, especially since it's by the same director who did Whiplash?
Yeah, I really liked Whiplash. I'm not so sure about this one being what I saw was the whole romantic piano type scene. I'm just kind of no. But,
well, I mean, did you like the cinematography at least, or and the colors and the at least what I mean. It doesn't really show much. It just kind of gives you what you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, they did do a good job with like the stage setup kind of theme of the cinematography, making it look like there's actually a spotlight on someone.
Right. What do you think? What do you think?
I don't really like musical movies. It's just something that doesn't really apply to me. It's just because I like flowing dialogue, blah blah blah. I like flowing stuff, like action movies, even if there's like maybe one musical number, but not if it's over and over again. It kind of gets repetitive to me, even though I like some Disney princess movies, which is kind of hypocritical, but...
We'll get to that when we get to that.
I'm probably not going to see it, but it does look good.
Alright, well, I mean, like, I'm not too sure if I would... I like what Cody said. My La La Land is the furry fandom. I can concur
We are
with that.
all La La Land.
Yeah, we like that type of thing. But that's all we have to say for La La Land.
Yeah.
We will see what happens. We will see what happens when we know more about it. Right now, let's move to our next trailer. Moana. We talked about this last season with on another episode. I believe it was our Zootopia episode where Shudderwolf and Foxy were actually co-hosts on this film. On our show, I believe this is actually the Disney film that is going to be coming out in November after Zootopia was released. I believe in March.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can tell with this film, I'm kind of looking at it, and Zootopia was a very, very big hit. Audiences really liked it. Critics loved it, including myself. It's one of my all-time favorite films in general. When it comes to Moana, however, I'm looking at this film, and I just don't see it, reaching that hype that Zootopia hit. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's going to be a bad film, but all I can say is that I kind of feel like the colors and the animation is going to kind of distract you from the, clever and interesting story that Zootopia had.
Yeah.
And also, yes, it is from Zootopia. It is Disney, and I respect Disney for what it is. What do you think, Krüz?
I kind of like I appreciate that they have, and
of course it stars The Rock. Who cannot?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Who doesn't like The Rock?
Yeah, I would see it just for him, because
he
does a great job.
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. He kind of. I don't know about him, but when I look at The Rock, I kind of just feel like he's just one of those fun actors who just likes having a good time. Like, he could really care less what kind of film he's in, as long as it's in it for the cash. Personally, that's just how I feel about him. I'm pretty sure,
I kind of agreed with you at the beginning about having fun, but if it's just, then that kind of, the argument will fall apart. Like,
can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Oh, okay. Come on.
It would be the fun and the money, and who doesn't want to get paid for having fun?
Well, I mean to say that he's not in it for like a critical reception. I haven't seen.
That is true. I will concede that.
I haven't really seen Dwayne Johnson, really give it his all in a film that was legitimately really, really good. Usually when it's with this filmography, he's kind of just, I can't explain it. He's just one of those films. He's just one of those actors where, he's fun. A joke actor, but not a bad one.
Yeah.
Not a bad one, but he likes having fun, and that's really all there is to him. I hope I'm not making him sound like he's bad, because I do literally like.
No, you're not.
No,
woman, I am the cavalry.
I do like.
I am cavalry. Sorry.
I mean, I do in fact like Dwayne Johnson. I think he's very, very awesome, but honestly, I just don't think he's. I don't know. I don't really see him as that great of an actor.
Oh yeah, forgot. We have to call it Meowana because of Zootopia.
Yeah, Zootopia. Yeah, Zootopia.
And movies that aren't even out yet.
Everyone loves Zootopia. But anyway, what do you guys think of this trailer?
Trailer good. There's already some controversy because there's some people who are already designing costumes after the character that The Rock plays, and people are already freaking out that it's cultural appropriation, and like whatever modification they do to it, it's like, oh no, that's racist against Polynesian culture, and like blah, blah, blah.
Guess what happened with the Redskins name controversy? They got over it.
Yeah.
Because it's been a thing for about I don't know, since the 70s, I think. I don't know, 80s.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like. People need to understand that whitewashing is a thing, and it's not going to go away.
Unfortunately.
They'll be like, check your white privilege, and it's like, oh.
You do realize Aladdin and Jasmine were played by white people, so
yeah.
I don't know. They also, the whole separate issue of the what they call it, cultural stereotypes they have in that. That's been a thing for forever, and it's just a matter of how you deal with it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I do like the demigod Maui. I do want to see I've seen every Disney film known to man. By the way, check out my movie reviews where I do where I review every single Disney animated film there is. All I can say is that I want to see Moana, but I don't think it's going to top Zootopia at all.
Absolutely not.
Probably not.
I mean, Zootopia has arguably already become a cult classic, if only
because of the furry fandom.
If only among furries, yes.
Oh, yeah, don't even get me started in the line said in the police car. Oh my god.
You mean you love me?
Yes. All of the quote-unquote fan art is not just a fan theory, but it's the truth.
The truth!
But anyway, I guess we could move on to our next film.
Oh boy.
Very, very funny, Shudder. Very funny. I don't think Moana will top Zootopia. Very funny. Very, very funny. Anyway, let's move to our next film.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm already having trouble saying it, guys.
50 Shades Darker.
50 Shades Darker.
How... the most boring-ass color in the universe.
I literally have no words. Like,
funny story.
When it comes... I actually saw the movie 50 Shades of Grey. It was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's have explanation for this from words of Slayer. God hates us all.
It's just
must hate us quite a lot to allow this to happen.
I just don't want to see 50 Shades Darker.
I don't think anybody does.
I let's just say I saw the first movie. I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna just go see it just to see how bad it was. It was pretty bad. I don't think I need to spend my money anytime soon watching the next film. I think people want to see what happens, and yeah, it's a film that either you guys are either gonna love watching because of BDSM, or just that's really all I can say. There's nothing more that this film to me has to offer. What do you think, Krüz?
It's a shitty representation of it anyway.
I have not, and thank God I have not seen it, but it just, to me, is just kind of like a shitty porno with like shitty cringeworthy dialogue.
Yes.
And I'm just like, and God, just.
Oh, and of course it has a remix of Beyonce's "Crazy in Love," which that needed to have it. Which that needed to be remixed again because there was already a remix in the original one.
Yeah. And funny story, there's actually going to be a car chase in this film, and they had to close down local freeways because I live in Seattle, and they shot the car chase scenes in Seattle. They had to close down freeways for like a day or two.
You're not liking this film, are you?
No.
You don't want to see this. You don't want to see this movie, do you?
I want to see how the car chase was done because I actually got to see some of the shots being filmed.
That's pretty cool, though.
I'll see it I'll see it if someone pays me money to go see the film.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I'm ever seen it. I already know it's going to be bad, if not worse than the first one.
Like, they closed the Alaskan Way Viaduct to film these to film a lot of these shots for the car chase scene, and that's already being worked on. And that project is years behind schedule. Anyway, that's a Seattle story.
Yeah, but 50 Shades Darker, all I can say is I'd rather just stay
50 Shades of Darker KoRn.
Yeah,
Cody.
Pretty much. That's really all Cody.
You can't get any cornier than that.
Please, Cody, come on. Anyway. All right, we need to get that trailer. We need to get that bad taste out of our mouths. Let's move on to the next trailer. Bad Santa 2.
Bad Santa 2? It just says Bad Santa in the thing.
I forgot to put the 2 in there. I totally forgot. Just put Bad Santa 2 on it. It's the same trailer. I totally forgot to do it. I'm so sorry. I'm stupid. But anyway, it's Bad Santa 2, people. Bad Santa 2. Don't let that old trailer fool you. It's definitely Bad Santa 2. I haven't seen the first Bad Santa. I'm not too sure if I wanted to watch the second one. I heard it's funny. I mean, there's just nothing that really intrigues me about it. What do you guys think?
Meant to be one of those dumb humor movies. I mean, I did see the Jackass one, Bad Grandpa, which was actually pretty funny.
Oh, you saw Bad Grandpa?
Bad Grandpa.
My mom wouldn't let me
It's all over the wall.
My mom wouldn't let me see My mom would let me see Jackass Bad Grandpa. What?
You pooped all over the wall.
Oh, don't forget the part. Don't forget the part where the little kid is at the pageant.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was
so routine.
That was, and then the grandpa just tosses money at
Making
her.
It rain.
Make it rain. But then, other than that, I'm not interested in seeing this film. It just doesn't interest me as a whole. I'm pretty sure you guys are interested in seeing Bad Santa 2. Mm-hmm. I am not, however. What do you guys think about Bad Santa 2?
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of one of those token dumb comedies.
Yeah.
In particular, dumb.
No. I get a minute 30 into the trailer and it's just like, no, I'm done. I am done. Sick.
Why?
Was
Bad Santa 1 better?
No, I didn't even watch Bad Santa 1, but Bad Santa 2, there's, once you get to, the trailer that was linked in the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, oh god.
A minute
Hi,
30
I'm
in.
Cody Fox. This is Jackass.
A minute 30 in.
What are you gonna do? Throw butter on me?
Next time you need to watch the.
Don't.
Next time you need to watch the whole trailer, because we do hope that you can watch the whole trailer next time. That way we can, really see what people have to say about it. I understand it's cringeworthy here for you, but you need to do that, okay?
Yes.
All right. Anyway, I'm totally sorry. I was having a bit of a throat problem there, but our final coming attraction, the Red Turtle.
God damn it, Cody.
I was looking at this trailer. It looks pretty intriguing. I was researching, and it says that this trailer has no dialogue. It is strictly animation. But what makes this trailer so cool is that it was partly made by Studio Ghibli, who made, critically acclaimed films such as Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle.
That's what I was trying to think of the animation style looked like. It looked like that same animation style. I was is this going to be one of those movies?
And you guys...
cool.
So you like Studio Ghibli, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I saw Studio... I almost said Studioed Away. God damn it.
Spirited Away.
What's it? The Floating Castle.
Howl's Moving Castle.
Howl's Moving Castle, yeah.
You saw Howl's Moving Castle?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it?
Oh, it was awesome, yeah.
I still prefer Spirited Away, though. But other than that, what do you think, Naka? What do you think about this film?
It looks really, really good.
Even though it has no dialogue spoken and just strictly animation.
Who cares if it doesn't have dialogue? It just looks really freaking pretty.
I know. I was looking at it, I'm like, damn.
I mean, with whatever that studio would produce, I can imagine they probably just don't need dialogue because they could convey the entire story just with
emotion and
and music too. I've seen
Like, the trailer reminds me a lot of The Tale of Princess Kaguya from a few years ago.
Yeah, I that film was actually directed by Isao Takahata. It was his first film that he did after, I believe, 13 years ago, since My Neighbor the Yamadas. Yeah, I've seen every Studio Ghibli film there is. People, don't hate me for that. Dragon Ball Z is a okay anime, Christopher. I mean, I like it for what it is, but then it kind of gets annoying with
Dragon
having
Ball Z abridged.
to take episodes. Yes, I'll take Dragon Ball Z abridged. But anyway,
Vegeta.
I even saw the
Vegeta.
3D live action movie.
So what do you think about the Red Turtle, Krüz? Would you see this film even though it has no words in it?
I would totally see this because I mean, I'd love to see another movie by that. What's the studio's name again? You have to remind
me.
Studio Ghibli.
Ghibli. No, Ghibli.
Jiggly.
No,
Ghibli. Call it Studio Ghibli now. Deal with it. All right. I would love to see another film from them because I feel like the House Moving Castle and Spirited Away are beautiful classics.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Well, well, that's all the coming attraction films that we have. I guess one of the big things that we can talk about, there was this one thing that I was going to bring up, but oh yeah. If you guys haven't noticed, we are so sorry that we didn't bring this up, but Shuja, unfortunately, is not available for this season. Unfortunately, he had to move back to Vietnam. It was a very, very sad thing to hear. We do hope that everything is okay with Shuja. He's currently taking care of some family matters. Hopefully we can get that situated and we can have him back on the show, but I don't really see Shuja coming back at this show anytime soon.
Yeah.
But other than that, I guess the one thing that we can do is Naka, I wanted to know, are there any emails for us?
There are 0 emails.
Fuck!
Well, I kind of knew that was going to happen, but I guess we can just start talking about, I guess we can spend a... Well, do you guys want to keep talking about things, or...?
I'd like to eat soon.
A few things we can just wrap up,
Okay.
I think, as far as, well, in terms of absence, I'm not going to be absent anytime soon. However, I am going to Germany in mid-January. I'm going to be there on my birthday, actually.
Happy birthday.
Not yet.
I know.
I'm just be celebrating it by drinking some local beer.
Nice.
And listening to oh my god, yes.
Shutter, yes.
Oh my god, Shutter,
yes.
Shutter clutch. Shutter just clutch. Shutter just clutch.
Listen, deleted our emails. That bitch.
And also, she was completely unaware of it too, somehow. Bullshit. What? He's sacking this. He'd better hear this.
But other than that,
yeah.
But other than that, that's really all I can say about the show. It's all I can say, guys, is that it's great to be back. Naka, I just want to say congratulations. You did a really, really good job trying to hold your own on Zach. I'm pretty sure you'll get better with every episode as we come along. And we do want to announce that there will be a show next week. It will be on October 2nd, the beginning of October, on October 2nd at the same time, same place. We'll be announcing it on Twitter and Tumblr. Be sure to check those out. And we hope to see you guys again. My name, as you all noticed, my name is Scarfy Conley.
What's your name? You gotta say it loud.
Hey, yours.
I forgot my name.
Come on.
2 hours later.
And finally,
Naka Inu.
And we will see you guys later. It's good chatting with you all. We hope to see you again sometime. And as always, take care and have a blast. We will see you guys next time. We will see you guys next time. Have yourselves a fantastic night and take care.
Woo! Bye, everybody.